Hey everybody, I'm Mama Baird and welcome back to the channel. Today is Sunday morning. Husband's laid up in bed with a migraine. I'm about to be making some breakfast and I'm utilizing everything that I have in my pantry to whip this up. And I thought I'd bring you along and just kind of show you a morning of what I do for breakfast and how I make it. I'm so lazy I don't even feel like getting out of my nightgown, so excusez-moi. I do have my coffee ready to go. And I got my stuff set up that I'm gonna be making. So let's get in close and I'll show you how to whip up some yummy breakfast. What I'm working with this morning is I recently just got this bag of flapjack mix from the food bank and it's cream of the West. I think that's pretty original, pretty creative. Yeah, so we're just going to make up this whole bag here and see how many we get. I'm going to spruce it up with some of my home canned blueberries and some syrup that I did. I can link this video below if you'd like to see how to can up your own fresh blueberries. I have some garlic pepper bacon here that I'm going to fry up. And then I have some farm fresh eggs that we're going to whip up. And that's it. So let's get to cooking. I usually just cut the plastic and everything. Alright, got my pan on. When cooking bacon on the stove, you don't want to cook it too fast or too hot because then it'll just splatter everywhere. So you kind of want to go low and slow, let that fat render from the bacon so it can get nice and crispy. It kind of just cooks in its own fat. That's what I'm talking about. So I'm just going to plop down as many as I can here. They will shrink a bit, so I don't worry too much about overcrowding to start. And while this is cooking, we're going to start on our flapjack batter. And the instructions on this flapjack mix is for every half a cup of flapjack mix, stir in a quarter cup of water. So the first thing I'm going to do is measure how much is in this whole pack, and then I'll know how much liquid to add to it. Ah! Alright, it looks like there's about a little over 4 cups. So let's do 2.5 cups of liquid. So what I'm going to do for my liquid is I'm going to pop the top of my blueberries. Oh yeah, it smells good. We're gonna drain this syrup into the cup. Alright, so that got us about half a cup of liquid. So I'm gonna add 2 cups of water to this. Alright, we got our blueberry juice and water going in. I did warn that this batter would be thick. Like some spooky purple pancakes just in time for Halloween. Even though it's only September, everybody's putting all the Halloween stuff up already. Not that I blame them. Not that I blame them. Look, this has got oats in it. It's kind of cool. Another thing I like to add to my pre-mixed pancakes is just a little shot of vanilla. I feel like vanilla brings out the flavor and a lot of good sweet stuff. And that'll help this taste more homemade. Looks pretty good. All right, I'm gonna add my blueberries as well. Kind of fold those in, don't want to break them up. Man, I should have made more of those little half pint ones. That seems perfect for an order of pancakes in the morning. All right, we're gonna let this sit and go check our bacon. Bacon's looking good. Definitely the ones in the middle here, a little more crispy. And then we'll scoot the outer ones in when the inner ones are done and rotate that way. Oh, that one's looks good. Doing your bacon at a lower heat keeps it from splattering too much and gets it nice and crispy and gets that fat rendered nice and well. So we're gonna let that cook a little more and we'll just keep rotating our pieces in. For the flapjacks, I'm gonna put a little knob of butter down, and that's what's gonna help get those a nice crispy texture. Our butter is melted, so I'm just going to spoon this batter since it's so thick. Flatten them out. and then get this pancake cooking. While the breakfast is cooking, I just want to take a moment and thank everybody for being here and for subscribing. We do a lot of food bank hauls, pantry cooking, cooking with ingredients that we get from the food bank that we don't quite know what to do with. If that's the kind of content that you like, I hope you consider liking this video and subscribing to my channel. I would appreciate every single one of you. Thanks for tagging along with me. I'm up to 1,300 subscribers, which is just insane. Thank you all for being here. I really appreciate it. All right, enough gushing. Let's get back to the cooking. All right, so we got some bacon done over here. The rest is cooking. Our flapjack, it's not really bubbling much anymore. So I'm gonna check the bottom. You just kind of want to peek. Yeah, that looks golden brown. So up, flip. Whenever you go to flip a pancake, you want to be super fast. Like, good job, jab it. And then it's all in the wrist. Best part of being the cook is that you get to try the food before everybody else. Oh my gosh, I love pepper bacon so much. Well, let's see, flip it. Oh yeah, looks pretty good. One done. I might thin this batter out just a little bit. A little too thick to me. I added about 1/4 cup of water. Seems a little better. So we'll give that one a try next. Now that the bacon is almost done and my pan's gonna be available, I'm gonna work on my eggs. Guys, we got some new chickens. We got Leghorns, and they lay the most beautiful white eggs. Let me show you the difference. So this is an egg from Walmart, and this is from our chickens. They look almost identical, but this one's a little bigger and got a much prettier yolk. So watch. See the difference? Farm fresh, store-bought. Yes, get some chickens if you can. If not, buy some from someone who does have them. I like to sell mine to people because we get, well, when I have a lot of chickens. We just discovered we now have a raccoon. We did have a skunk problem. Now our raccoon problem. It never ends. But these eggs are beautiful. Whoops. If you get a shell in there, you can take your eggshell here and dip it in there, and it kind of works really well at using it as a scoop to get out your eggshell. See? Okay. Do one more. Back over here to our flapjack. Looking good, getting a little toasty. Those extra toasty ones go to husband usually. You can also use cooking spray if you don't want to use butter. Like every time I put this, but this is actually margarine actually. I don't do the service of calling it butter. It's just what I have in hand though. It's what we're using. I add a little bit of water to this mixture. Seems to be helping. Not quite as thick. Bacon's looking good. Ooh, crispy, crispy. Gonna add a splash of milk. This is just one of the milk cartons they get from school, like the school lunches we'll get from like the food bank and stuff. So we have a lot of those left over. So I'll just add a splash to that. I'm gonna take half of this grease. Pour it in my pan, or pour it into a jar, and then put my eggs on there. The eggs, I like to just kind of pull them forward. The trick with eggs in a cast iron skillet to get them not to stick is to have a hot pan. So our pan was nice and hot. I probably won't even need to add much seasoning because of all that peppered bacon grease. It gives it a lot of flavor. When I'm making eggs, I like to take it from the edge and pull it forward. I believe that makes a lot fluffier of an egg. And I just keep pulling it forward into the middle here. One more flapjack, check. I'm gonna turn off my heat. Do not like overcooked eggs. And then I'm going to put my lid on to help steam the top of them so they'll cook that way. Alright, so I'm gonna get the kids' plates assembled while this is still cooking. I'm just gonna keep rotating pancakes. And that, my friends, is what's for breakfast. Got some flapjacks, peppered bacon, scrambled eggs, and pineapple. Scrumdiddlyumptious.
This is so warm. What's that green?
It's blue from the blueberry. Spooky blueberry pancake. Ah, go sit at the table.
How about the autograph one? Yeah.
Spooky blueberry pancake with bacon and scrambled eggs. And then some pineapple. You like pineapple?
Why 2 pieces of bacon?
Why not? I would call that a success. Thanks so much for hanging out with me, guys, on this beautiful Sunday day. We're gonna be going out. I got a bunch of apples. I'm actually gonna be working on some apple recipes, doing apple butter, apple sauce, and some apple pie jam. So I'm gonna be working on that. If you have not subscribed, and now's a perfect opportunity. And if you want to see more content like that, thanks again for hanging out for me and for watching. I appreciate every single one of you. And I'll catch you next time on Mama Baird's.